inkjet in many cases for these print shops is a question of survival. It's introducing profitability back into the equation. They don't want to have to cut back on personnel. They don't want to have to move to a smaller location. And so for them to adapt to technology that has a lower cost of print makes economic sense. That's why it is so important for any print shop, whether it is a school district print shop, a hospital print shop, a small government, your local municipality, for them to be able to print in color at about a penny a page is crucial. And they resell those printed documents at a hefty profit. Okay. So I can't stress enough that this is a topic that is at top of mind for any print shop out there.
Yeah, well, that makes so much sense, and I get the sense in listening to you, if that when you combine all the services you're providing, there should be an ability to gain a profitable increase in terms of the revenue, rather than what the minimum profitability is stressed to be. I'm talking to people, particularly on the production side that use Inkjet. They said, you can't beat it. And I said, what do you mean? They said, well, we go into a university, they say, as a typical example. And obviously they're providing A3s, A4s, and they're also providing printers for their PR people. Well, they said, the PR people don't give a damn about graphics. Mm-hmm. So we sell inkjet and the price is incorporated in the contract. No matter what whether it's a toner A3, a toner A4, and an inkjet device doing the printing in the PR department, it's one price.
Yeah. And we have to remember that these price increases that the print shops have to give to their customers is impacting corporate America. The ones that are in charge of dispersing the marketing funds that control the budgets in corporate America, they're the ones that are seeing these higher prices coming from the print shops. And they're the ones that are saying, now, wait a minute, we used to give this print shop 2 million prints every 6 months. Let's cut that back to 1 million. And so what it's created is smaller jobs, a lot more short-run jobs. And so where a print shop used to have the one giant inkjet device that they paid $1 million for, that strategy doesn't function anymore, because today what they need is multiple smaller units because they're printing shorter run jobs. And so the ultimate production operation today has 5, 10, 15 smaller units printing multiple jobs simultaneously. And the idea is to get 7, 8, 9, 10 jobs out in one day. Whereas, in the past, it used to be get a couple of jobs out, but multi-million copies. So that world has completely changed. It is a light production world we live in. It is a short run production world we live in. And that's due, again, to the higher prices. So all this, flows downhill. Ultimately, it hits that print buyer, and they're the ones that are having to adapt. And the manner in which they've adapted is impacting the print shop, and the manner in which the manufacturers have had to adapt, like Kyocera, like RISO. Canon, to a certain degree, has a smaller unit, albeit still very high end. But we're looking down market to provide these print shops with these smaller devices where they can own not one, but 5, 10, 15 of these, so that they can be much more diversified and have redundancy at the same time.
In terms of the regular product line, who's the typical customer?
The typical customer is that customer that says, and this is for every salesperson out there, when that customer says, we'd love to print more color, but gosh, it's so expensive. We'd love to print more color, but it doesn't fit into our budget. We can't afford it. Yes, you can. It's 2025. There's a technology called Inkjet that addresses that need.
Just my impression in terms of looking at the technology and looking at what people are stressing that they're going to be investing heavily in, and Inkjet is at the top of the list. So it's interesting that you've been doing it for so long. And now other people are finding out this is a pretty good way to go.
Yeah, it is. It's we don't sell anywhere near the number of, let's call them boxes, that the big six manufacturers do. It's not our world, but I did quick math on our ink sales last year, and I calculated that last year RISO customers in 2024 printed about 2 billion copies on RISO devices. And that's based on our black ink sales, not CMYK. I just calculate the black ink, and it tells me that last year we were very close to 2 billion impressions.
Well, it's, first of all, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you taking the time from your busy schedule, talk to our audience, and so glad to hear that this is something pretty exciting happening, that we can all say that's a positive, because lately all you hear about are the negatives.